Welcome, dear friends, to this series of lectures in the course Physics is Fun. In this lecture, I would be discussing what do you understand by rounding off and how this rounding off is done, especially when we record the measurements. So, we would be discussing what is known as the rounding off rules. Let me go to the first rule in rounding off. The first rule says that if the digit to be dropped, you know that when you round off, you basically drop the digits. Okay, so for example, let me just use the pen. For example, this is 7.82. Okay, this is 7.82 and we want to drop this number 2. Okay, why we need to drop this number 2? Because we have taken the measurement only up to the two significant digits. Okay, the measurement is accurate only up to two significant digits and we have the answer in three significant digits. So we want to drop this 2. Now how do you drop this 2? So for dropping this 2, we need to convert this number, we need to round off this number to, let us say, 2-digit number. Okay, so what is the rule? So the rule number 1 is, if the digit to be dropped is less than 1, if the value of the digit which is to be dropped is less than 1, then the preceding digit, that is the digit following this the digit to be dropped, is not changed. It is kept unchanged. So we will follow this if I take an example. So let us take a number 7.82. This digit is a 3-digit number and we want to convert it into a 2-digit number, that is a number with two significant digits. That is, I want to drop this 2. Now this 2 is the digit to be dropped and it is less than 5. 2 is less than 5. So what does the rule say? When this number to be dropped, which is 2 in this case, is less than 5, we need to keep the preceding digit. Which is the preceding digit of 2? The preceding digit, that is the digit before 2, is 8. So we keep it as it is. So the answer is 7.82 rounded off. When you round off 7.82, if you round it off, then this 7.82 after rounding off becomes 7.8, because this 2, the digit to be dropped, is less than 5. Same is the case with the second example, 4.321. You want to round it off. So when you are rounding off, the last digit is 1, which is less than 5. So you simply drop this 1, okay, and keep this number which is before 1 unchanged. So it becomes 4.32. Okay. Now what if the number which is to be dropped, if this number instead of 1 or instead of 2, it is greater than 5, okay, it is 6, 7, 8, 9, like this. So what is to be done? So there comes the rule number 2. So what is the rule number 2? If the digit to be dropped is greater than 5, if it is 6, 7, 8, 9, like this, then we should not keep the preceding digit unchanged. Instead, we should increase the preceding digit by 1. Okay, so from the example it becomes clear. This is 7.826 and we want to round it off up to the 3 digits, up to the first 3 digits. That is, we need to drop this 6. Now we cannot simply drop this 6 without changing this. What does the rule say? We should drop this 6 but increase this number before 8 by 1. That is, it becomes 7.83 and not 7.82. Why it is not 7.82? It is not 7.82 because this number 6 is greater than 5. Okay, so that is a rule. Similarly, suppose you want to convert this 3-digit to a 2-digit number, round it off to a 2-digit number, then this 6 being greater than 5, the 6 is greater than 5. So what becomes of 8? The number which is preceding 6, the 8 gets converted to 9. So when you are rounding off 7.86, it does not become 7.86. Instead, it becomes 7.9. The reason is 6 is greater than 5. Okay, so that is the rule number 2. So now you understood that if the digit to be dropped is less than 5, you don't change the preceding digit. If it is greater than 5, you need to increase the preceding digit by 1. What if the digit to be dropped is equal to 5? It is not less, It is not more, but if it is equal to 5, what is to be done in that case? In that case, if it is simply 5, it is not greater than 5 or less than 5. In that case, there are two cases. One is when it is even. Okay, if it is even, the preceding digit, if the preceding digit is even, not the digit to be dropped is even, that is another rule. And if the preceding digit is odd, there is another rule. Okay, so let us look at first, what if the preceding digit is even? Now let us consider this. I want to drop this 2. Okay, I want to drop this 2 and convert this 2, round it off to a 2-digit number. I want to drop it to 2 significant digit. Now how do I do this? You know that this is 5. This is 5. It is not greater than 5. It is not less than 5. It is 5. Okay, and it is followed by 0 also. So we need to drop this 5 and 0. The rule says that if this number before 5, whether this number before 5 is even or odd, you see it is even. So if it is even, then you simply drop it. You simply drop this without changing this. So the answer is 6.2. You are not changed it to 3. You are not written it as 6.3. You are written at 6.2 since 2 is even. And what does the rule say? If the digit to be dropped is simply 5 or 5 followed by zeros, then the preceding digit, that the digit before it, should not be changed. It should be kept unchanged if it is even. The preceding digit is even. Look at this 7.85. What is the preceding digit? It is 8. And whether this 8 is even or odd, 8 is even. So the last digit is 5. So you need to, whether you should increase 8 by 1, whether you should keep it as 7.9. No. Why? Because the 8 is even, that is the preceding digit is even, we should keep this as unchanged. So it becomes 7.8. So the answer is 7.8. When you round it off, when you round it to 7.85, 3 significant figures to 2-digit number, the answer is 7.8 since 8 is even. And as I said, the last case is when you talk about the preceding digit being odd. Okay. So if the preceding digit is odd, as in the case here, this is the preceding digit 3 is odd. Here the preceding digit 7 is odd and the last number is 7. Last digit is 7. So you want to drop this 7. Your last digit is 5. Last digit is 5. Okay, it is simply 5. Okay, so this 5 has to be dropped. But while dropping this, we will not simply drop it. We would increase the preceding digit by 1. Why is that so? Because the preceding digit is odd. This 3 is an odd number. 3 is an odd number. Okay, so 3 should be added with 1 and converted to 4. Similarly, so this becomes 6.9. This becomes 9.44. Okay, sorry, there's some typing mistake here. So it is 9.44. So the answer for 9.435, rounding off to 3-digit number, is 9.44. The reason is this is odd. Okay, and last number is 5. Similarly here 7.75, rounding off up to 2-digit number, 2 significant digits, it becomes 7.8. Means you have increased this 7 by 1, and it becomes 7.8, and you have dropped this 5. Okay, the reason is 7 is odd. Okay, so I hope that all these 4 rules are clear, and if they are clear, then let us solve few examples. Okay, what does this say? You need to round it off up to 3 significant digits. Means this, only this 3. These are the 3 significant digits. 3 significant digits. You have to round it off to 3 significant digits. So let us see what the solution is. Okay, the first is a case. What is the rule number 1? Rule number 1 says that, or whatever is the rule number, if this number is greater than 5, if this last digit is less than 5, then this 4 is less than 5, right? 4 is less than 5. So what we need to do? We need to drop it as it is. So the answer is 7.36. What is the answer? 7.36. We have dropped this 4 without changing this 6 because this 4 is less than 5. Now in the second case, the last digit is 7 and it is greater than 5. So what is to be done? This has to be increased. So 7.36 becomes 7.37. Are you getting this point? Okay. So why we have increased this to 7.37? We have increased this to 7.37 because the last digit is greater than 5. What about the third question? It is 8.3251. So it is a case where you are having the last two digits as 5 and 1. Okay, so when it is 5 and 1, it is not 5 and 0. Mind well, it is not 5 and 0. So in such a case, if it is not 5 and 0, in such a case, this has to be increased by 1. Okay, so 8.32 becomes 8.33. Mind well, you would say that this is even, this 2 is even, then why you have increased it by 1? The reason is because this is 5. If it was 8.3250, if the question was 8.3250, then the answer would have been 8.32 because of the rule which says that if the number is even and if it is followed by 5 and 0, the rounding off has to be increased, has to be kept as it is. So 8.32 remains 8.32 if it was 5 and 0, but because it is 5 and 1, so it becomes 8.33. Now the next question is 9.445. So the last digit is 5. Okay, last digit is 5 and this 4 is even. 4 is even. Okay, 4 being even, 4 is even. So as per the rule 3, this 5 has to be dropped simply. So it remains 9.44. So the answer is 9.44. Now next is what? 15.7500. So this 5 is followed by zeros and this 7 is odd. When it is odd, 7 is odd, we know that by rule number 4, this has to be increased. So it becomes 15.8. Okay, and similarly, this also is 15.8 because of the same reason. I hope that you have understood this concepts. You need to practice this a lot. Bye for now. Thank you very much.